Did you know that over 80% of self-made millionaires credit their success not to external factors like luck or privilege, but to something far more powerful, their mindset? That's right. The way they think, act, and approach life is what sets them apart from the rest. Now, when we talk about building wealth, most people picture bank accounts, investments, or flashy cars. But true wealth doesn't start in your wallet, it starts in your mind. Cultivating a millionaire mindset means shifting how you see the world, yourself, and opportunities around you. It's about creating abundance from within before it shows up in your bank account. But here's the problem. Too many of us have been fed myths about wealth. We've been told it's all about being in the right place at the right time or knowing the right people. Some even believe it's purely about hard work, grinding day and night until you drop. And sure, hard work matters, but so does working smart. So does thinking differently. If wealth were just about effort, wouldn't everyone who works tirelessly be rich by now? Clearly, there's more to it than that. Wealth isn't handed to you, it's built through habits, beliefs, and actions that align with success. So, what makes the mindset of a millionaire different? For starters, resilience. Millionaires don't crumble at the first sign of failure. They see setbacks as stepping stones, lessons disguised as obstacles. Then there's growth orientation. Instead of staying stuck in old patterns, they're constantly learning, reading, improving. They understand that knowledge is power and personal development is non-negotiable. Finally, they focus on long-term goals. While others chase quick wins, millionaires play the long game. They plant seeds today knowing they won't bear fruit for years, and that patience pays off big time. Let me share something that might inspire you. There was once a struggling entrepreneur who hit rock bottom not once, but multiple times. He lost his business, his savings, and even faced moments where he doubted himself completely. But instead of giving up, he decided to change the way he thought. He stopped blaming circumstances and started taking full responsibility for his life. He began visualizing his goals every single day, surrounding himself with positive influences and adopting a never quit attitude. Fast forward a decade later, he became one of the most successful figures in his industry. What changed? Not his environment, not his resources, his mindset. He realized that wealth isn't about what you have, it's about who you are. And this brings us to the heart of it all. Building wealth isn't just about money, it's about cultivating inner strength, discipline, and vision. When you shift your mindset, everything else follows. Your decisions become sharper, your actions more intentional, and your results undeniable. So ask yourself, are you ready to start building wealth from within? Now let's dive deeper into why so many people struggle to achieve financial freedom even though they work hard. You see, working hard is important, but it's not enough. Many people put in long hours, sweat and tears, yet they stay stuck in the same financial rut year after year. Why does this happen? Because they haven't addressed the real issue, their limiting belief. These are the invisible barriers that hold us back, the thoughts that whisper things like, "You're not good enough," or "money is evil," or "rich people got lucky." These beliefs creep into our subconscious minds and shape our reality without us even realizing it. Think about it. If deep down you believe that money is scarce or that only dishonest people get rich, Do you think you'll ever attract wealth into your life? Of course not. Your mindset acts like a filter. It determines which opportunities you notice, which risks you take, and how you respond to challenges. If your filter is clogged with negativity and fear, no amount of hard work will clear it. You need to clean it out first, and that starts with awareness, becoming conscious of those hidden scripts running in your head. Once you identify these limiting beliefs, the next step is to replace them with empowering ones. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring reality. It's about choosing to focus on possibilities instead of problems. For example, instead of saying, "I'll never make six figures," try reframing it as, "I'm learning the skills I need to earn six figures." Small shifts in language can create massive changes in perspective. Over time, these new thoughts will rewire your brain and open doors you didn't even know existed. Another critical aspect of the millionaire mindset is gratitude. Now, you might be wondering, what does gratitude have to do with making money? Well, quite a lot, actually. Gratitude shifts your energy. When you're grateful for what you already have, you send a signal to the universe, or call it your subconscious, that you're ready for more. On the flip side, if you're constantly complaining about what you lack, you reinforce scarcity thinking. Millionaires understand this principle intuitively. They celebrate small wins, appreciate the journey, and trust that abundance is always flowing toward them. Here's an exercise you can try starting today. Every morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as having a roof over your head, access to clean water, or the ability to learn new things. By doing this consistently, you train your mind to look for the good in every situation. And guess what? Opportunities tend to follow wherever your attention goes. So if you're focused on abundance, you'll naturally spot more chances to grow and prosper. Now let's talk about action. Mindset alone won't make you wealthy. You also need to take consistent, deliberate steps toward your goals. Millionaires don't wait for the perfect moment to start. They take imperfect action and adjust along the way. They know that progress beats perfection every time. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated because you wanted everything to be just right? Maybe you waited for the ideal job offer, the perfect business plan, or the exact amount of capital before moving forward. But here's the truth. Waiting for perfection is a recipe for stagnation. Instead, adopt the habit of taking small daily actions that move you closer to your dream. Whether it's saving a little extra each month, learning a new skill, or reaching out to someone in your network, these tiny efforts compound over time. Just like compound interest grows your savings, consistent action grows your opportunities. Remember, success is rarely a straight line. It's a series of ups and downs, experiments and iterations. The key is to keep going, no matter what. Speaking of persistence, let's address another common misconception: the idea that overnight success exists. You've probably heard stories of entrepreneurs who struck gold in a matter of months, or celebrities who rose to fame seemingly out of nowhere. But dig a little deeper, and you'll find that behind almost every overnight success lies years of hard work, sacrifice, and preparation. The difference is that these individuals kept showing up, even when nobody was watching. Take Thomas Edison, for instance. Before inventing the light bulb, he conducted thousands of failed experiments. When asked about his failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had given up after the first 100 attempts, or the first 1,000. We might still be living in darkness. The lesson here is clear. Success belongs to those who refuse to quit. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about embracing it as part of the process. This brings us to another hallmark of the millionaire mindset: the willingness to invest in yourself. Most people spend money on things that provide instant gratification, like fancy clothes, expensive gadgets, or luxury vacations. But millionaires prioritize investments that pay dividends over time. They invest in education, mentorship, and experiences that expand their horizon. They understand that the greatest asset they possess is themselves. If you want to cultivate wealth from within, start treating yourself like a lifelong project. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, and seek out mentors who can guide you. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow and push beyond your comfort zone. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. One area where millionaires excel is in managing their time. Time is the one resource we all have in equal measure. Yet few of us use it wisely. Most people drift through their days reacting to emails, social media notifications, and other distractions. Meanwhile, millionaires protect their time fiercely. They set priorities, eliminate unnecessary tasks, and focus on activities that generate the highest return. In other words, they work smarter, not harder. To emulate this habit, start by identifying your top 3 priorities each day. Ask yourself, what are the most important things I need to accomplish today to move closer to my goals? Then block out dedicated time to tackle those tasks without interruptions. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and give yourself permission to fully concentrate. You'll be amazed at how much more productive you feel when you stop multitasking and start focusing. Another trait shared by successful individuals is their ability to solve problems. Millionaires don't shy away from challenges, they lean into them. They view problems as opportunities in disguise, puzzles waiting to be solved. This proactive approach allows them to create value where others see only obstacles. For example, during economic downturns, while many businesses panic and cut costs, savvy entrepreneurs look for innovative solutions to meet changing customer needs. Their adaptability gives them a competitive edge. You can apply this same principle in your own life. Whenever you encounter a roadblock, ask yourself, how can I turn this challenge into an opportunity? Maybe you lost your job, but now you have the chance to explore a new career path. Perhaps a deal fell through, but maybe it freed up resources for a better venture. By reframing difficulties as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks, you position yourself for greater success. Let's circle back to the concept of visualizing. It involves imagining yourself achieving your goals in vivid detail. Picture the life you want to live, the impact you want to make, and the person you want to become. Feel the emotions associated with that success: pride, joy, fulfillment. The more clearly you can envision it, the stronger your motivation will be to make it happen. Some skeptics dismiss visualizing as wishful thinking, but science backs it up. Studies show that mentally rehearsing an activity activates the same neural pathways as physically performing it. In other words, your brain can't tell the difference between real and imagined experiences. So when you visualize success regularly, you condition your mind to expect it and to work toward it. To incorporate visualizing into your routine, set aside 5 minutes each day to imagine your ideal future. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let yourself dream big. See yourself accomplishing your goals, overcoming hurdles, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. Make it as realistic as possible. Over time, this practice will boost your confidence, and sharpen your focus. Now, let's talk about another cornerstone of the millionaire mindset: discipline. Discipline is what separates dreamers from achievers. Everyone has dreams, big, bold visions of what their life could look like, but not everyone is willing to do the work required to turn those dreams into reality. Millionaires understand that success isn't glamorous, it's gritty. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's sticking to your budget even when temptation stares you in the face. It's showing up every single day, even when no one is watching. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small. If you're trying to build better financial habits, commit to tracking your expenses for just 5 minutes each day. That tiny habit might seem insignificant at first, but over time it will train your brain to think critically about money. Once you've mastered that, you can layer on bigger challenges like automating your savings or cutting out unnecessary expenses. The key is consistency. Progress doesn't come from grand gestures, it comes from steady, incremental effort. Another important aspect of discipline is saying no to distractions. In today's world, we're bombarded with noise, social media notifications, endless entertainment options, and countless demands on our attention. Millionaires know how to filter out the clutter and focus on what truly matters. They set boundaries both with their time and their energy. For example, instead of scrolling through Instagram for hours, they dedicate that time to reading a book or brainstorming ideas for their next project. They prioritize activities that align with their goals and eliminate anything that doesn't serve them. Speaking of priorities, let's discuss the power of intentionality. Millionaires don't leave their success to chance, they plan for it. They set clear, specific goals and break them down into manageable steps. Instead of vaguely hoping to make more money, they define exactly how much they want to earn, by when, and through which channels. This level of clarity gives them direction and keeps them accountable. When you know precisely where you're headed, it's easier to stay motivated and avoid getting sidetracked. To put this into practice, grab a piece of paper and write down your top 3 financial goals. Make sure they're smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For instance, instead of writing, "I want to save money," try something like, "I will save 5,000 in the next 12 months by setting aside 417 per month." Then create a roadmap for achieving that goal. What actions do you need to take? Who can support you along the way? Break it down step by step and watch how quickly you start making progress. Of course, no discussion of the millionaire mindset would be complete without addressing risk-taking. Many people shy away from risks because they fear failure or uncertainty. But here's the thing: without risk, there's no reward. Millionaires understand that calculated risks are essential for growth. They weigh the pros and cons, gather as much information as possible, and then make informed decisions. Even if things don't go as planned, they view the experience as valuable feedback, not a reason to give up. Think about it this way: imagine standing at the edge of a swimming pool, hesitating to jump in because the water feels cold. You could stand there forever, debating whether or not to take the plunge, or you could dive in, knowing that once you adjust to the temperature, you'll enjoy the swim. Life works the same way. Taking risks may feel uncomfortable at first, but the rewards often outweigh the initial discomfort. Whether it's starting a side hustle, investing in yourself, or pursuing a passion project, stepping outside your comfort zone is where real growth happens. One tool that millionaires use to mitigate risk is education. Before making any major decision, they arm themselves with knowledge. They read books, attend workshops, and seek advice from experts who have walked the path before them. By doing so, they reduce uncertainty and increase their chances of success. The same principle applies to you. If you're considering launching a business, for example, immerse yourself in learning everything you can about entrepreneurship. Study successful case studies, analyze failures, and connect with mentors who can guide you. The more prepared you are, the less intimidating the leap will feel. Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about relationships. Your network plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset and influencing your trajectory. Millionaires surround themselves with positive, ambitious individuals who inspire them to reach high. They understand that your environment has a profound impact on your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or complacency, it's hard to maintain a winning attitude. On the other hand, if you're immersed in a community of go-getters, you'll naturally adopt their habits and mindset. This doesn't mean you should cut ties with friends or family members who aren't as driven as you are, but it does mean being intentional about who you spend your time with. Seek out mentors, join mastermind groups, or participate in online communities where like-minded individuals share insights and encouragement. Surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to grow will accelerate your journey toward wealth and fulfillment. Another critical factor in cultivating a millionaire mindset is self-awareness. Successful people regularly reflect on their strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. They ask themselves tough questions like, am I truly giving my best effort? Or what limiting beliefs am I holding on to that are holding me back? This kind of introspection allows them to identify blind spots and make necessary adjustments. You can develop self-awareness by keeping a journal. Spend a few minutes each evening reflecting on your day. What went well? What could you improve? Did you act in alignment with your values? Writing down your thoughts helps you process emotions, recognize patterns, and gain clarity. Over time, you'll become more attuned to your inner dialogue and better equipped to manage it. Now let's address the role of failure in building wealth. Failure is inevitable, it's part of the process. No one achieves great success without stumbling along the way. What sets millionaires apart is their relationship with failure. Rather than seeing it as a reflection of their worth, they view it as a stepping stone to success. Each setback teaches them something new, equipping them with the tools and resilience needed to overcome future obstacles. Consider the story of a young inventor who spent years perfecting his craft. His early prototypes failed repeatedly, costing him thousands of dollars and countless hours of frustration. Yet he refused to give up. With each iteration, he learned more about what worked and what didn't. Eventually, his persistence paid off, and he revolutionized an entire industry. What would have happened if he had quit after the first few failures? He wouldn't have discovered the breakthrough that changed everything. Failure also teaches humility, a quality that many successful people possess. Humility reminds us that we don't have all the answers and that there's always room to grow. It encourages us to listen, learn, and adapt. Without humility, arrogance takes over, leading to poor decisions and missed opportunities. Millionaires balance confidence with humility, recognizing that true wisdom comes from lifelong learning. Let's delve into the importance of gratitude once again, but this time from a slightly different angle. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating what you already have, it's also about creating space for abundance. When you express gratitude, you signal to the universe that you're ready to receive more. You shift your vibration from lack to plenty, opening doors that previously seemed closed. This concept might sound abstract, but its effects are very real. People who practice gratitude consistently report feeling happier, healthier, and more fulfilled. To deepen your gratitude practice, consider keeping a gratitude jar. Every time something good happens, no matter how small, write it down on a slip of paper and drop it in the jar. At the end of the year, empty the jar and read through all the moments you've collected. You'll be amazed at how much positivity fills your life when you actively look for it. Finally, let's talk about legacy. Millionaires aren't solely focused on accumulating wealth. They're also driven by the desire to leave a lasting impact. They ask themselves, what mark do I want to leave on the world? This question fuels their ambition and gives their efforts meaning. Whether it's through philanthropy, mentoring others, or creating products that solve problems, they strive to contribute something meaningful. You don't need millions of dollars to build a legacy. Start by thinking about the kind of person you want to be remembered as. What values do you want to embody? How can you make a difference in your community? Maybe it's volunteering at a local shelter, teaching a skill to someone in need, or simply being a source of kindness and encouragement. Every action you take shapes the legacy you leave behind. As you continue on your journey toward cultivating wealth from within, remember that transformation takes time. There will be days when you feel unstoppable, and others when doubt creeps in. That's okay. Growth isn't linear, it's messy, unpredictable, and beautiful. The key is to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Celebrate your wins, learn from your losses, and trust that you're capable of achieving greatness. So, are you ready to embrace the mindset of a millionaire? Are you prepared to challenge old beliefs, adopt new habits, and relentlessly pursue your dreams? If the answer is yes, then you're already on the right path. Success starts with a decision to believe in yourself, to take action, and to never settle for less than you deserve. Lastly, let's touch on generosity. Contrary to popular belief, millionaires aren't greedy or selfish. In fact, many of the wealthiest individuals are also among the most charitable. They understand that giving back creates a ripple effect, benefiting not only recipients but also donors themselves. Generosity fosters a sense of purpose, strengthens relationships, and reinforces feelings of abundance. You don't need to be rich to practice generosity. Start small by offering help to someone in need, sharing your expertise, or simply spreading kindness. Acts of service remind us that wealth isn't just about accumulating material possessions, it's about enriching lives, including our own. As we wrap up this exploration of the millionaire mindset, remember that cultivating wealth from within is a journey, not a destination. It requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to continuous improvement. But the rewards go far beyond financial gain. When you develop a millionaire mindset, you unlock your full potential, create meaningful connections, and design a life filled with purpose and passion. So, are you ready to embark on this transformative path? Are you willing to challenge your beliefs, embrace discomfort, and pursue excellence relentlessly? If the answer is yes, then congratulations, you've already taken the first step toward becoming unstoppable. The millionaire mindset isn't about luck or external factors, it's about cultivating wealth from within. We've explored resilience, growth orientation, gratitude, discipline, and the power of taking action. By shifting your beliefs, embracing challenges, and staying consistent, you can build a life of abundance. Remember, success starts with small steps. Visualize your goals, surround yourself with positivity, and invest in yourself daily. Are you ready to transform your mindset and unlock your potential?